to create the Roseland Community Organization from its inception. And those of you, okay, who are not, if you're not a part of it, I encourage you to get involved. But I have a lot of respect for that particular organization and what they're trying to do for the community. And I hope, for the most part, that those of you that are out there now will get involved, because I know I am. And I intend to do everything that I possibly can within my manpower and as Alderman of the 34th Ward to establish this community as a model community.
Finally gave him a talk.
Well, in the good book, there's a scripture that talks about putting new wine in old bottles. And we crossed over to a new decade where we turned over the first of the year. And as we go forward in this new decade, it's time for new leadership, new vision, and new voices. We don't have voices in our community. That's how we can live in a city of 52% minority and we get less than 7% of the city wealth. We don't have voices in our community. That's how the heart of the city neglects us. And we need some new voices and some new leadership. And I'm tired of looking at the social and economic decline of our community. I'm tired of looking at the fact that we're arguing over should there be a black mayor, when the fact of the matter is we allow the media to manipulate us when we're the majority of the population and nobody can win without us. It's established fact that Quinn would not have won re-election for governor if it was not for the black vote. We have the power to control our own destiny, but we don't have leadership that's standing up to take us in the right direction. And I'm proposing to be that voice. I told you want a voice for change, the coach, Michael E. Macon.
Again, my name is Henry Moses. As your alderperson, I will fight for you. I will make sure that every tax dollar that is owed to our community, we will receive. I will make sure that predatory lenders do not ravish our neighborhoods any further. I will also make sure that we have a jobs program, because we definitely need a jobs program in the 34th Ward to put people to work. We need an extra hands hanging down. I will take a vested interest in the youth and the seniors of our ward, and also the disabled, the unemployed, the underemployed, the ex-offenders, and those that have gotten the short end of the stick since the day they were born. I will fight for you hard. I work 7 days a week, and I still have time to go to church. And I will work 7 days a week as your older person. You will be able to find me walking the streets of the 34th Ward. I will do something about these abandoned buildings also. These dilapidated abandoned buildings, we will convert the ones that can be salvaged and convert those into affordable housing for those who need it. There are people sleeping in basements. And by the way, I've been told to wrap it up. By the way, that will create jobs. And I will make sure to you contractors out there and other people that want to work on these projects in our ward, and people are out in our ward working that don't look like us, I will do something about it. My name is Henry D. Moses. That's my time, and thank you very much.
I have been directed, actually, to give us time for one more question for the sake of our program. So, what I'd like to do is actually, I'd like to move a little further away from the formality of this discussion. And give just for this final question a chance for the audience to know you personally. And so this final question is, please tell me, what is one personal experience or quality that you have that makes you a good leader or makes you receive this office? One personal experience or quality that I think that you bring to the table. Coach, you want that one first? I'm giving you first business.
I love you too. But one quality, I guess the most essential quality is I'm a people person. I'm concerned about people, the plight and condition of our community as a people. I don't see people by color. I deal with people from all different backgrounds, white, black, Hispanic. I don't see people by color, but every time I look in the mirror, I don't forget I'm a black man. Because some people have lost their identity. And I don't forget where I've come from, and I have not forgotten about my people. So I'm concerned. If you see me coach on TV, dealing with issues and concerns. It's not a passion out of hate for our leadership. It's a passion out of the fact that they're not doing what they could be doing, holding the positions that the leadership position they hold. So I'm a people person, and I'm concerned about people, and youth is my passion. Youth, youth, youth.
Tell you a little bit about myself. About 24 years ago, I was homeless, and I was a college student. I can relate to one of the qualities that I have is that I can relate to pretty much anyone. I've been homeless. I've been jailed. I've been to school. I've finished schools, and an older person should be someone that can relate to anyone, any of their constituents, from the homeless to the business owner. I've been employed as a janitor. I've been employed as a track coach at Harlan High School. I have been employed as a security guard. I've had many different jobs before I ended up passing the Series 7, becoming a stockbroker. I'm one of those people that got a second chance without needing a second chance. Excuse me. I'm one of those people that got a second chance without needing a second chance. The older person should be you should have an open door older person where you can walk into the older person's office and talk to that individual about anything. I need a place to stay. Where can I send my kids to? And I believe that I'm that person. To tell you a bit more about myself, after I passed the Series 7, I had over $20 million under management inside of 3 years. I then vested out on myself and opened an independent firm to hire more African American stockbrokers. Because when I was working, there were 90,000 stockbrokers in America, and 618 were African American. And I want to do, that's less than 1%. I want to do something about that. So that is why I believe that I'm the best candidate for the job, because I can relate to anyone. I can relate to the ex-offender, the single mother, the homeless, the underemployed. And if you elect me, I will fight hard for you. And that's my time. Thank you.
Integrity and tenacity. I believe, that it takes integrity in order to run this war. And that's what I've given, within the last 16 months to the 2 years. 3 years ago, I decided to run for Alderman. It wasn't something, that I decided to do 2 or 3 months ago since Mayor Daley got out of the race. But I made a conscious decision to come forth, and do something within the community. My first notion was to move outside the community. My wife and I, we struggled with that back and forth. But at the same time, she gave me and she said, well, we'll run. So go ahead and run if that's what you want to do. But since then, I said that I've helped to start the Roseland Community Neighborhood Organization since the inception. And they've done a wonderful job. But I've talked about the Chamber of Commerce. Win or lose, I've heard people say, well, you know what? I said, man, why do you want to go out there and get your head butted like that? Because we need to make a difference within this community. And I invite all of you to make a difference within this community. It's needed during these recessionary periods. But I don't worry about that because either way, win or lose, this is a very good experience. I think everybody should stand up for something. Everyone should have ambition, especially when it comes to changing yourself, changing your community, and making a difference within society. So win or lose, we still choose to move on with my platform. My committee and I have made a commitment to do that. So I do ask for your vote and your support on February 22nd in terms of the automatic election. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give a round of applause for all of our candidates today. And as we close this section of our program, I want to leave you with a very simple charge. We all need to pray, we all need to vote, and we all need to act. As we listen today, we have many challenges that we face in our community. No one person can fix them all. We all must be engaged, and I thank you for stepping forward. I thank you for listening today. There's literature on the back table about the candidates. Please take some, do your homework and research. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I do hope and pray that this is the beginning of real change in our community. Because I know none of us want to talk about the problems. All of us want to see change. And I hope and pray that today is the beginning. Thank you very much for listening today. And I'd like to turn this now over to our pastor. Thank you.